Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to go over a local SEO case study for my client out in New York City. They're seeing a 373% increase in phone calls due to better keyword rankings. Hope you guys enjoy. Before I go into the case study, I just want to explain the value of local SEO. Here's the keyword, Harlem dentist. I'm on my laptop. If I do that exact search query, I'm going to get 3 organic map pack listens at the very top. Now I can go to their website and I can click on directions. However, on my phone, I do the exact same search. I actually have a phone icon right over here that I can call. A call to any local business is a KPI that most care about. For my client especially, they're seeing a 373% increase in their phone calls due to their better rankings in the map pack for terms that are closely associated to their business practice. So when I go over the case study and I show the map and I go over keyword rankings, what I'm referring to is the top 3, which means you're on page 1 of Google, and especially on mobile, it allows you to directly call the business to get in contact with them. Here is the case study. So the metrics that really matter is a heat map like this. So 12.1 to 4.19, this is just one keyword. You can see the island of Manhattan now, and also Harlem and the Bronx, everything like that is getting much greener for this one particular keyword that has thousands of searches per month in New York City. So they're getting quite a bit of phone calls actually from this one keyword. But I want to go over the case study a little bit in more detail. So they have 2 locations. First is in Brooklyn. So their Brooklyn location is doing actually really well. It's up 373% in phone calls November through March compared to the previous year. And you can see actually we're increasing their phone calls every month. Part of the reason why is because I'm focusing on growing their SOLV, share of local voice. So now I'm blocking out the keyword, but they rank for hundreds of keywords, but there's some particular keywords that are high value because they drive in a lot new business that becomes recurring business for them. So these are the terms I'm really most focused on and growing their map. So one keyword now is taking a few months. Now it's at 24% share of local voice. Here's the map, left and right. Keyword target 2, same thing. Takes a few months of not much growth, and then the hockey stick effect then takes place. That's why SEO does take a few months, just because you kind of work on it and you don't see that immediate impact. Here's the map, left to right. Again, the metrics that I care most about is SOLV, share of local voice, position 1, 2, or 3. That's what I'm going for. I want to get on page 1 of Google for the keywords. For their Harlem location, they're up 10% in their phone calls. So this is the graph. It's not as dramatic as their Brooklyn location, but their keyword rankings are improving for their location as well. Here's before and then after. Here's a keyword target 2, same thing, before and after. Actually, one thing I wanted to share is that we've experimented with a lot of things with one of these keywords over here. So you see sometimes the graph was really high and then it dropped off and then went back up again. That's things from testing out different categories, descriptions, photos, updates, everything like that. So you kind of make some changes, see what works, and if it doesn't work as well, you kind of revert it back. Or you do something that you know is working to kind of help it keep that ranking very strong for them. So here's the thing, what was done? So a couple things. They have 2 locations, so they have now a dedicated landing page on their website to go over each one. From traditional SEO rankings, so title tags, headers, alt tags, image compression, and adding semantic phrases to the content to help rank them better. Embed each location into their website via the Google map. So I'm really creating that connection between what Google shows as a map location and what their website displays. Entity building for both. So we spend a lot of time finding local directories to get listed on to help with NAP. So NAP is name, address, phone number, just making sure that they're listed on very high quality, relevant directories, both in Manhattan and Brooklyn, but also in their field as well. That's a constant thing. And I do a lot of gap analysis to find these link opportunities. Optimize the Google My Business account for both locations. Another thing that I do, which I did not list here, is Bing Places for Business and also Apple Maps. So Bing makes up about 7% or so of their traffic. So I still focus on that. It's just not as high as Google. So that's why I didn't include it in the case study. And as I said, ran multiple tests using Local Falcon. That is, if I scroll all the way up to the very top, that is this heat map, left and right. So Local Falcon allows me to put in the keyword, their location. I can run the report and I can keep running it again. And I can do a trend line to see if I'm moving in the right direction. So if we're going, from red to green, it tells me we're doing things right. If we're not improving, then I kind of have to look at what we've done and say what we can tweak to rank even better. But anyway, in a summary, the metric that my client cares most about is the phone calls, especially to their Brooklyn location, up 373% year over year. They're getting far more phone calls, which leads to more customers, and these customers are repeat customers for them. So I hope you guys found this case study to be interesting and helpful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And as always, have a good rest of your day.